What up, y'all? This the illest bitch alive giving you the okay.
Told you we was giving you the okay, back today to make a way. You gon' die today, nobody.
All right, so we are here with KO, back
Yes,
for the
sir.
second time. The IBA, I won't say that, I don't like that. But
Oh shit.
how you doing?
I'm good. How you?
Good. How's everything been going?
Shit, just working. Out here trying to get some shit shaking.
You had a busy year, really.
Yeah, past two for real.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Definitely. So even like within the last couple of days, you dropped what? Two songs in the last week?
Yeah.
Okay.
2 songs, 2 videos. Yeah.
So let's talk about that side switch with Chance first off.
Okay. I fuck with Second Chance Simpkins. Like the first times that I met him was actually for the OakA cipher. Y'all was trying to do this cipher at one point, and I came up to KLS Studios, and that was my first time like ever meeting him for real. And like when I met him, he had just showed me mad love, and then I had got to hear his verse on the cipher, and it just reminded me of like some Detroit, California type shit. Like he had bars, but the shit was like fun the way that he was doing it, and I thought it was like hella creative. So I wanted to try to work with him because the way that I do shit is like, I try to be like a certain standard with like my rap and R&B, but his shit is just like clearly he having fun with it, and I be trying to like jump into shit like that. So I wanted to try to see if I could catch his vibe and just do some shit like that, and he fucked with the song, so it flowed like that.
Definitely. You do a real good job of like, we talked about it last time with like In the Meantime, but you do a real good job of matching whoever's energy you collab with, I feel like.
Yeah.
Definitely. Talk about that cipher, because you got a lot of respect for me, because people don't want to rap.
Wait, the okay one?
Yeah.
I mean, shit.
People don't want to rap. It was hard to put together.
I mean, so what ended up happening, like, I mean, and that's random, but yeah, like, whenever I showed up, it was me. I know in the beginning it was me, Second Chance Simpkins. It was supposed to be Reese B.
Reese and everything. That's who got on it. Nobody.
And it was somebody
rap.
from Tulsa that y'all was bringing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never ended up hearing like the final cut of what it ended up being, but.
Nobody wanted to rap.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's one thing, you're not scared to jump on like anything, you're doing shows and stuff all the time.
Yeah.
So you talk about, you just did a performance at Capitol Hill, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So how did that, what was it? That was for like the
Black Heritage Program.
Okay.
Yeah. My sister like works in the public school system at Capitol Hill, and every year I go and talk to the kids, like whoever her new class is, I come in and I talk to them. Just kind of trying to encourage them. Like I'm still in a space to where I'm building in my life and like adulthood, but like these kids is getting ready to graduate and get out into the world. And like the new generation is just different. It's like everybody's mindset is in college. Like they want to do different stuff. Like they committed to being outside and finding their own way. So it's just, I was in there just telling them, I'm not the person who is like forcing college on nobody, because it's like everything that you want to do in life, it doesn't require a degree. And this is from somebody who have one. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, if I look at back in my life, if I knew then what I know now, I probably would have never went to college. I just would have locked in and tried to go hard rapping, and I would have been further than I wanted to be. But trying to be like the society standard of I want to be successful, like I'm gonna take my ass to school and do the right thing and try to get a job, and then I did all that shit and it ain't paying out, and then you sitting at a desk job like, I don't want to do this shit for the rest of my fucking life, and then I owe all this money and it's gonna take me my whole life to get this shit back. Hell no, knowing that I really wanted to rap the whole time. So I mean, I just try to go in and just tell the kids, like, take their own path. Like, whatever that is, whatever you think your heart tell you to do, like, go outside and do that shit. Don't get caught up in what society's telling you need to do. Like, don't waste all that time in college and building up that debt and shit. If you know, like, the shit you want to do, you can get it out the mud. Like, go do that shit. Like, I come into school and tell them that. I'm not pushing college on nobody. I'm pushing real shit. Like, so that's what that shit was about. Like, just coming back every year doing it. Like, the younger kids coming up would, like, kind of hear about me coming and talking, and then they would ask my sister, like, when I would be up there to come speak, and then I just kind of built it from there, and then this year it finally ended up turning into something, so.
Definitely. So, I mean, you said a lot of truth. I wasted 4 years and a bunch of money trying to do what I thought I was supposed to do.
Yeah, just to build your own platform. It's like, you didn't even need school to do that. Like,
I mean, it helped. I feel like college helps you kind of find out some stuff out about yourself when you're turning into an adult, but
that's true.
The school part, no, I didn't need
you ain't need that shit for nothing.
No.
Like, but just the experience of adulthood, like getting out your parents' house and like living on your own, like figuring out how to get, whether it be a part-time, full-time, whatever, just like working a job, trying to keep some money coming in, like it teach you that shit. But I mean, that's some shit you can learn in high school.
Nice.
Like if you 16 getting a job, just figuring out how that shit work. When you 18, you get your own apartment and shit, and then yeah, so.
Definitely. So why is that something that's important to you, like going to talk to kids and you know, it sounds like you're trying to like mentor,
Yeah.
mentor younger people. So why is that important to you?
For me, I'm always a person who is like, if you got people attention, don't just be careless with it. Like, I never want to be careless with my influence. Like, I feel like all the shit that I'm doing is not for my future. It's like for the people who coming behind me. Like, it's some kids that's gonna see the shit that I'm doing and be like, well, shit, I can get out here and do that shit too. She did it, and she come from this little ass town with no people, and then she got all these eyes on her. Like, I could do that shit too. So it's like, it's really to put myself in position to inspire some other people. It's like, it's cool to, I'm gonna get it popping regardless. I think that's just in my journey and my experience in life. But it's like, it's really about who I can inspire. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want my message and my story to be impactful and shit. It ain't just about making money and all that shit. I feel like I'm gonna do that anyway, but I want that shit to be purposeful. That's how I feel.
Definitely. And I think one thing I always hear you talk about a lot is like when we talked in the past and doing other interviews and stuff is like portraying your real self.
Yeah.
So kind of just reiterate for a second, and then I got kind of a follow-up question. Why do you feel like that's so important to your brand and like what you're building, you know what I mean, to just be authentic and present yourself how you are?
For me, it's like, I'm a woman, first of all, but then it's like, I'm a black woman. It's like, in that, if you walk in those shoes, you kind of understand what that means. Like, your representation is important. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's plenty of people outside playing the dark side. And that's not to say it's a bad thing, because like, everybody is who they is from their experience and their environment, and I understand that. But it's like, the media is gonna portray like a whole bunch of negative shit. Like, they gonna push that to the forefront. They want you to hear murder, death, kill shit. They don't want you to feel like everyday people is like, I guess like a stat. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, shit, it's power in just being yourself. Like, I don't wanna be no killer. Like, I know people who in jail for real. I know like niggas who been fucked up for real. It's like, I'm never gonna push the streets like that's some fly shit. Cause it's like, I seen a lot of fucked up shit happen to good people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got pain from shit that I experienced. It's like, I ain't gonna tell you that shit cool. It's like, if that's your journey and that's your experience and you trying to find a better way out, cool. But it's like, I ain't gonna paint that as no fly shit. Cause like, in real life, that's not cool. It sound cool in movies and TV, and you can rap and turn up, but it's like, in the real life in the streets, that shit is not cool, bro, like at all. So, and I mean, real niggas who I think didn't experience it'll tell you that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't gonna paint it like, it ain't fun, like watching your homies die, see people go to jail forever, like poverty, like none of that shit is cool. Like, that's not an experience you wanna tell somebody that that's what you should aspire to be. Hell no, like, find your path in life and do some good shit. Like, why the fuck not? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have the opportunity to do that, why not?
Definitely. So the follow-up to that, I don't even know if it's a question just as much as something that I've, you know, observed, I guess, is like, I feel like in the city, like, we kind of get locked into the, you know, our little scene, like our hip hop, you know what I mean, people,
Yeah.
and like, there's a lot of support in the scene, but a lot of people have a hard time reaching everyday people like you're talking about.
Yeah.
And so you do a great job of that. Like, you're one of the only people who I know that know what, you know what I'm saying, I do, but don't, like, they're not involved. I don't want to say they don't give a fuck, but they're not like going to all the events and things, but they're like, bro, like, you know KO, like, yeah, I do. Like,
Yeah.
you touch, you know what I mean, like, just fans, like civilians, for a better word. So, you know, is that something that you've noticed, like, just being outside and, you know, you're putting flyers on cars everywhere you go? And
yeah, man, like, trying to be impactful, you know what I'm saying? It's like you said, like, shit gets clicked up and people got their circles, and it's like, I'm from Enid, Oklahoma, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not from the city. I didn't grow up with none of these people. I don't know them. Like, I'm not no popular motherfucker. Like, I never been that, you know what I'm saying? So it's just to see all of the notoriety that I have on my name come from my music just show me that shit is real. It's like, it's not from no gimmick. I'm not trying to sell you on nothing. It's really just, if you fuck with good music, you'll fuck with me. And if that ain't what you in search of, then you'll fuck with something else. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, the support part is hard, but it's like shit like this that make me feel like the shit that I'm doing is impactful. It's like, if you telling me that somebody away from me who don't see me in my day-to-day, you running into people and my name coming up, it's like, that shit that I'm doing is working. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I get out there and like foot the pavement, putting the flyers up, doing the posters and shit, and then I be wondering like, shit, do somebody take this motherfucker and throw it? I'm spending my job money to buy this motherfucker, but it don't mean nothing to them. But it's like, just to hear some shit like that let me know that shit working.
It's definitely working more than once. People, because, you know, like I said, people know what I'm doing, like people that I've, you know from other places and stuff like that, but they're not, you know, firsthand involved and stuff.
In the scene and shit. Yeah,
but they're seeing you, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely working, all that footwork you're putting in, for sure.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
So where do you get the drive to do that? Because it's not a lot of people doing that out here.
It's like I told you, like, just going to college, like trying the right route to get some shit popping with your life. Like, I did that and it didn't give me nothing that I wanted. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I've been rapping since I was a little girl, and I know that in my heart that was always like my passion. So it's like once I did everything that everybody told me or showed me was the right thing to do, and I found out that that shit ain't work for me, it kind of forced me in my purpose. Cause it's like I don't want to be miserable, stuck at no job forever, and I really want to win. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a grown ass woman. Like I'm not 19 out here rapping. It's like I gotta make this shit happen. You feel me? It's like, so I gotta find my way with this shit. And if I'm gonna do that, that means I gotta outwork everybody. That's the only way to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like all of that, outwork, outperform, like out deliver. You gotta do it every time. It has to be a moment. So I just try to be impactful for real.
Definitely. So it's kind of a special day for your career. It's the 4th anniversary of Hypothetically Speaking, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just kind of want to get your thoughts on, I mean, not so much the project, but like 4 years later, like looking back where you were then to where you are now. Because even like the clips you posted, you can tell like, I feel like I can at least, like the way you're rapping, like just, you look like you've evolved definitely a lot in 4 years. So kind of speak to that a little bit.
Hypothetically Speaking was my first tape that I put out. Like when I was in Enid, I was rapping in the studio, putting together tapes and like handing them out to people I know in the neighborhood and shit. And like, I really used to think that shit counted for something, but it's like, that shit goes nowhere. There's no way to check the stats on that. You don't know what you did. I'm burning these shits on my laptop. It don't mean nothing. But it's like, that was the tape that was like, all right, this shit is real. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit had videos. It had everything. Like, I felt like I really found my way. And that was like year one for me to really be out here and trying to figure it out. And then like, I'm in my head on some, well, just because I'm good, that's going to be enough. This shit going to pop. You know what I'm saying? And then doing all of that and then still being stuck in the same position. Like, it just, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna say it discouraged me. Like, it let me know that it was possible, like putting some shit out that quality and have people fuck with it. But it's like, for it to not just do what I thought it was gonna do, it was like, damn, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep doing the same shit. So what the fuck I'm gonna do different? But it's like every year from that tape forward, I just kept building and building it. And just to look back and see all the shit that I done did, like fucking arts festival, fucking Pride, like people that I didn't even know this shit would reach. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are real, like, state organized events that they come in asking me to do their shit, and it's like, that's telling me that the shit is working, because that just shows that it's gonna grow from there to people on the outside, like people bigger seeing this shit and then take me places I didn't even know I could go. So it's just, I mean, 4 years later, like it's crazy to look back and think about it, but it's like, it's amazing to show what it'll do, like when you really put some hard work in and try to make some shit happen. Like it's building into something, like it's turning into it. Even if it's not that yet, that shit is turning into it. I can feel it.
Definitely. And I'm sure, you know, it didn't happen overnight, but if you would have told yourself 4 years ago what you were doing now, you would be happy with that, definitely, compared to where you
for real,
were.
like sitting here, like talking about it, looking at this shit, like it's definitely an accomplishment. Like I look back and I'm proud of all the shit that I did just to get here. So yeah.
Definitely. So let's kind of keep, you know, on the theme of the music. You, like I said, you've been busy. So when the last time we talked, in the meantime, it just dropped.
Yeah.
And I feel like I had heard about you and things like that, but I felt like that project was when everybody kind of heard about you. To me, like that's when I was hearing everybody talk about you a lot. So kind of just, it like just dropped, I think, when we did that first interview. So I don't know if it was definitely bubbling, but kind of talk about the reception that got in.
I think the biggest moment was for sure the song with Barbie. You know what I'm saying? Like Barbie was having her own wave out here doing her own shit, and it's just, in women, like the competitive nature that they force just with us being outside, like it pans, however, but it's like just seeing that unity, I think, was what brought a lot of attention to what I was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Barbie showed a lot of love to the song, like more than I could have expected for another collaborating artist. It's like niggas will get on your album and then act like they ain't have shit to do with it. You know what I'm saying? So for her to have a big platform and give me the light, I mean, it was a lot of love in that moment. So I definitely say that's the moment that sparked it. And then the shit following it up with the Trey Savage and the Reese shit, just hitting people in different directions. You know what I'm saying? Like Trey's audience is different. Like I come up in a generation where I can remember early SoundCloud, like Lil Uzi Vert and fucking early A Boogie and PNB, like all of that shit. Like when SoundCloud was having a run. So it's like Trey was one of those niggas that reminded me of that. You know what I'm saying? Like he was having his SoundCloud, just experimenting, having fun with the shit, the beats. It won't even be complete songs. He just doing different shit with his beats, just chopping it up, his voice changing it to different shit. So he was another one who I felt like brought another side of me. Just the beat that he did for the project was some shit that if I never come across him, I wouldn't have heard it that way. But because I know like where he come from, I know the sound. You feel me? So the shit with Reese, Reese bringing that LA gangster shit. It's like like we said before, I sell myself as a civilian, nothing other than that. You know what I'm saying? So to bring like the grittiest of the street niggas to it, and then it'd be like, but I'm standing my own, and it still makes sense. Like you don't feel out of place when you hear the song. Like the shit makes sense. So I just think the other artists and experimenting with the sound and just doing different shit from what I was doing as my standard, I think that's what made that album bigger. You know what I'm saying? Like just playing in them different lanes with them different artists. So yeah.
Definitely. Was that like a calculated move almost? Like,
In the beginning, it wasn't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was trying to find another album to put together, and it wasn't happening as fast as I wanted to. And I had to figure something out. I had a lot of half done songs. Some of it just meeting people in the mix, and then kind of trying to find something to vibe with them. Like it built itself up, and then it became like I always compare it to what Drake did with what is it? The shit that got Fake Love on it, where he was like, it's a playlist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I try to theme it like that. So that's how it felt to me. Like, it was a little bit of everything. Like, no song sounds like, none of the artists are similar. Like, the shit is just all over the place. Like, you can't, what I love about that album is that you never know what's coming next. Everything is different. So,
sure. You feel like that helped you grow as an artist, or did you feel like it was more of like a culmination of like the work that you know what I mean? Like being versatile already? Because, I mean, obviously you're singing and rapping and, you know what I'm saying? You on your own are doing a lot of different stuff, but do you feel like that helped, or it was more like showcasing you?
No, I think that shit helped. You know what I'm saying? Like just, especially the song with Reese. Like I had a cousin and my manager X, he's a fan of Reese. So it's just, they were somebody who wanted to see what that would sound like. If you step into that world, what would that shit sound like? So when I heard Reese music, like just the way that he bounces his bars, like he's a super fast rapper, but it's like, it's a technique to the way that he do it. I can't explain it. So it's like I tried to give...
The bars are slow, but the words are fast.
Yeah, it's like his bounce.
Yeah.
It's kind of like what... He one of those artists to where they made a whole different sound. Yeah. Kind of like what Thug did, what E40 did. Like people who was like, that's not no everyday shit. He done created a whole new sound. So I tried to like see if I could mirror that and what I would sound like doing that. And that was my version of it. And he just came through and mastered it. You feel me? Like he sung me for sure. Like Reese is... That's his pocket. You can't get in it. So, I mean, yeah, I think it helped me develop as a creative for sure.
Definitely. So you talked about X. Kind of talk about, you know, like the management situation as far as Black of the Berry and, you know, how did that situation, like how did you link up with X?
Like I said, I'm not from the city, so I wasn't familiar with X, like prior to him being management, to him rapping or none of that. I didn't know him. It was probably around my third tape that he just DM'd me and asked me, you know, did I have a support team behind me, like who was helping me. Like, we met up and did, I want to say like we might have did drinks somewhere or something and just had a conversation about music and business and shit and like how he felt about me as an artist and what his goals were as far as management. And I mean, I ain't gonna hold you, I was in a space to where I did need some help. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm in a city that's not mine. Like my family's not here. I don't have a big crowd of people that can back me in what I'm trying to do. Like I'm out here by myself. So it's like for somebody to show up to the table and be like, no, I want to help you. This rap, motherfuckers not showing up to help you do no shit like that. You feel me? Like, so, I mean, it just felt like he showed up on God's timing. You feel me? Like it was some shit I need and there he was. So, you know, we just been kind of building together. Like I'm his first like solidified client, like him kind of building his shit into his own. Like, so we learning together. You know what I'm saying? We learning each other. We learning the business. It's a relationship. Like we growing and learning shit together. So it's blossoming into some shit.
Facts. You feel like that definitely helps you grow, you know, because a lot of people try to do everything on their own, you know what I mean? And as admirable as that is, to try to do it, it's not realistic. You know what I mean?
You need a team.
Yeah, definitely. So kind of speak to that and what you feel like that's done for you.
I mean, shit, with X, he came with the right mindset. Like with me, I'm a creative. I'm always thinking about how I can make the shit flyer next time. What's the new bars? Like I want a doper video. Shit, I'm even thinking down to the shit about my outfit. How can I get flyer next time? You feel me? But with X, he comes to the table with, yeah, all that shit cool, but you got to get paid. That shit ain't the money not gonna make itself. You got to figure out the business side of it. And like me being like dumb to a lot of it, he's opened my eyes to a lot of shit that I have to focus on and learn and pay attention to. Cause it's like I said, I've been rapping since I was young. When I was 16, I thought that I was gonna go. I thought I was ready then, you know what I'm saying? But I would have fucked it up for sure. It's like now I know I sit at my job and I write out what I want in my deal in detail. You know what I'm saying? So like when the time comes, you're not fucking me over, because if you can't meet these standards, then we can't do business. I know what I want. I want my publishing, I want masters, I want creative control. Like I want to be in charge of what I'm doing. If you believe in my brand and you want to invest in the way that I'm doing it, let's do that. But I'm not finna let nobody fuck me. Like I ain't dumb to what's going on out here. It's like, I know what I got to do to get done. I know how much it costs to shoot a music video. I know how much it costs to produce an album, to promote it. Like, y'all not gonna fuck me. But it's like, I had to go through all of this shit to learn that. I didn't just know off rip. But that's a lot of shit that motherfuckers not thinking about. They rapping for outfits and shit. Like, they want to get a chain. They don't understand the shit that's going on the back end. Y'all gonna get fucked on y'all deals. Y'all got to pay attention to what's going on. So when the time comes for me to get my money, I just want to be ready. Because it's like, rap is not some forever shit. And it's like, I think I'm gonna have a dope run because I'm versatile and I can do a lot of shit. It's timeless. But it's like, shit, at some point I'm gonna be old, but I want to be able to create a nice enough nest egg for me to live comfortably. That was the point of all this shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with it, just making sure I know the business, and that's where he opened my eyes. So that's why I'm grateful for the shit.
Definitely. Is that something you're looking for? I mean, people have mixed opinions as far as like when it comes time when the labels do,
right,
come around. Is that something? What's your stance on that?
It's not what I want, but I'm honest about the position that I'm in. I know that it's business at the end of the day. And it's like in Oklahoma, it's a small market. I can only get it so big. It's in a position to where, yeah, they need creatives, but the position I'm in, I need them more than they need me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if y'all gonna fund it for me to get this shit off the ground, I feel like my music is good enough for me to recoup. So I don't need to do 6, 7 albums. I feel like I'm gonna be recouped by the first, second one. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all gonna make the money back because I'm not just another motherfucker who make music. I make hits. All this shit gonna work at radio. You feel me? So it's like, when you get radio and shit that work with playlists, and it's a certain lane that I can play in, that the money is gonna make itself. You know what I'm saying? So now that I know that, I can move a little different. But it's like, I would love to be independent and be able to fund it myself and be able to just do what the fuck I want to and build the audience that way. But it's like I said, I keep it real. This is job money. Like, I ain't got no drug money. I can't come up with $200,000 to go turn myself into somebody tomorrow. It's like, I'm taking the turtle race. You feel me? It's like, it's this the long road. So it's like, if somebody come with some shit that makes sense for me to be able to transition into rap as a career and I can still creatively figure it out, then I mean, yeah, why not? That's just me being honest with myself. Because I don't have the funding. Like, rap costs a whole lot of fucking money.
Yeah,
like,
definitely. So, talk about, do you feel like you learned anything as far as the Fila project and how that situation went? I mean, I know obviously you weren't
yeah, I wasn't in there. Yeah, like I
but
wasn't, but even the process of creating that, like,
yeah.
I came in at the last minute, like right before they was wrapping that up. Like, but I'm grateful for that because.
But even my question is, speak on that first and then I have another
My bad,
question.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Just being a part of that shit, like, that made me some larger than life shit. It's like being on Essence and Billboard and all this shit that I never imagined that I'd be able to do. Like, Fire in Little Africa gave me those opportunities, like meeting the people who are the network in Tulsa. I wouldn't have known them if it wasn't for that album. Like, I was just grinding it in the city. And then Steph Simon found out about me, and then it kind of just, they pulled me into the mix, and it just built into all this other shit. Like, it's created a whole nother fan base for me in Tulsa. Like, motherfuckers call me out for their events and shit in Tulsa, and that shit be blowing my mind. Like, damn, I got some shit going on out here too. Like, yeah.
Definitely. And then what kind of made me think of that is like, even whatever, I've never gotten a straight answer from anybody, so I don't want you to give it to me and be the one that gets in trouble. But as far as the situation with Motown, and whatever you guys had to do you feel like that kind of, opened your eyes up a little bit as far as, when labels do come around and things like that, because I know you guys signed.
Yeah, it was a deal for sure.
Yeah. So you guys signed like the project away.
Right, like
right?
It was a collective situation. It's like, for me, I wasn't somebody coming into Fire in Little Africa thinking that was going to be the, the moment that changed my life. Like, I wasn't banking a lot. I knew that I wasn't in the inner workings. Like, I just came in as third party. Like, it's an opportunity for some great exposure. Like, we getting paid. It's like, why not? It's a smart business decision. You know what I'm saying? Like, for some shit that I felt like, in my opinion, didn't require a lot from me. Like, I was just blessed to be pulled into it. So it's like, shit. No, that was a great situation for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but as far as the learning the business side of it, I wouldn't say that it really taught me a lot, because that wasn't really something that I had a hand in. Like, it was a collective deal. So it's like, we wasn't negotiating shit. It's just, as a whole, this is what we doing. You know what I'm saying? If you want a part, these are the requirements, So shit, that's what I could say about it.
Definitely. I want you kind of touched on it a little bit, but, you said X kind of makes this on the front of your mind, but a lot of people, you do another, I don't mean to just, I'm not doing this because you're here. You really do a good job at a lot of stuff. But you and X is, he's always a pleasure to work with too.
Yeah, you behind the scenes. So you know what's going on. Like, yeah.
Definitely. But you do a good job with like anytime you have a project, a single, you're bringing merch, you're bringing, you know, like talk about finding streams of revenue when, you know, you're an independent artist, you know, you're not getting 100 million streams a month,
Right.
or, you know what I mean? So you're finding ways to make money off of the movement. So
Right.
just talk about that.
In rap, I just keep it real. Like, it's not no money in this shit in regards to the actual music. Like, the way that the industry is set up now with streamers, that's not gonna be your bag. You gotta find a way to sell some merch. And to do that, I like to consider myself a fly motherfucker. So it's like I try to find cool shit in my life that I like and then like brand it around what I'm trying to do with my rap shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was a wrestling kid, like WWF. Like, I tell motherfuckers all the time, my daddy is Stone Cold Steve Austin and Jay-Z. Like, them was the niggas who raised me. You feel me? Like, but that shit played into my rap because it's like I remember seeing Stone Cold as a kid and being like, yo, this nigga is electrifying. Like, when you see him, like the energy, so it's like whenever I come out to rap and perform, I want to get at, like, I want to give a show. I want this shit to seem like nobody else that come out tonight is gonna make me feel like this motherfucker right here do. Like, you doing the most. You feel me? Like, so I wanna always try to be that. But the merchandise part, you have to play creatively. You know what I'm saying? Like, find shit that you genuinely love and like work that shit into your brand. So that's what I try to do with my merch. But outside of that, it's finding like you said, professionalism. Like, that'll bring you shows and opportunities that you never saw just because you own your business. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because people know that you take care of business, you'll be the person that they'll call over other people because people don't want to deal with the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, shit, you just got to play the game how it come. Like, but at the independent level, your merch, the few paid shows that you get, but it's like once you elevate, it's endorsement deals. Like, I think next level, like, I want to do TV, movie shows. Like, I did a screenplay and I did my first movie that went to Blavity, like, for streaming. So it's like, you know, I don't know, just finding different ways to introduce yourself to new audiences of people. It's like, shit, one day I want Pepsi to call and give me the Super Bowl commercial. You feel me? Like, I feel like I could do shit like that. But it's like, if you take care of business and you keep like a clean cut image and you take care of business, like I said, the sky's the limit. You can do whatever the fuck you want to. Like, music will take you any fucking where. Like, I saw the Elvis movie. Like, it ain't shit you can get a Hollywood deal and do like 10 movies, like all type of shit. Netflix deals, like
Christmas specials and shit. Like,
yeah, like, it's money out here that's not necessarily in the music, but the music will be your platform to get you into different rooms that can get you a bag. Like, J. Cole just did NBA 2K. Like, come on, like, what kind of rappers was really like, I could go do 2K? Like, it's different shit. So you just gotta find a way to introduce yourself to people that creatively that you have a love for outside of your music. Like, if you really fuck with the shit, they'll see your love and they'll fuck with you. So
definitely. So then talk about kind of, you talked about it a little bit, the Tulsa, like Oklahoma City, you know, pipeline is kind of being created. Just overall, what do you feel like how do you feel like the state of the hip hop scene in Oklahoma is right now?
I feel like it's on its way. It's like, I feel like we're gonna have like an Atlanta type run because it's finally enough motherfuckers outside who really working. It's like, and not just saying the niggas is rapping, but they shooting videos. They really trying to have a campaign, not just here in the city, but Tulsa, fucking Lawton. Like, Lawton is building its own scene, like with Scholar Kid and Jug and all the people coming from out there. It's like Oklahoma is having a wave. It's like something gotta go. You feel me? Like, all these motherfuckers on the floor working like this, is no way that this shit don't go through the roof. Like, somebody gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. I feel like somebody gonna hit the top of the ladder, and then whenever they come to Oklahoma to try to find some shit that sounds like that, they gonna find like a gold mine or some other shit. Like, motherfuckers who just doing different shit, and just, we gonna have a run like Atlanta had. It's just, somebody gotta break through and have like that moment. Like, Gang Junior's having his moment. Somebody else gotta come behind, and you just gotta keep pulling up. You feel me? Like, till it's enough of us on the scene to where we all having that motion. You know what I mean? So.
Facts, for sure. You feel like it's you?
Yeah, hell yeah. Come on now. You know, I think I'm one of them ones. It's like, I definitely think I'm one of them ones. It's like I told you, like, the pocket that I think I can play in, like, the way rap is set up, motherfuckers come out, you have a cool 2, if you lucky, maybe 4 or 5 years. You feel me? It's like, I feel like I'm one of the people that could go 20, 30 years. It's like, my people are going to grow with my music. It's like Jay-Z is 50-something odd years old, and motherfuckers still care when he drop a verse. We want to hear what that motherfucker got to say. If he go do an album tomorrow, it's platinum. It's no problem. Like, people still care. Like, whenever you evolve with your music and growing your audience, like, you can go as long as you want to, long as the people is alive, long as the people who remember you keep putting that love on the shit that you're doing. And like, at that level, Drake coming right behind him, being somebody like, we growing up with the music. It's like, I think that shit is endless, and I'm crazy enough to think I'm one of them motherfuckers. Hell yeah, like
I knew the answer. I just had to ask.
I'm just keeping it real, like, and I don't say that to like. I tell people all the time, I don't say nothing to piss nobody off or poke at nobody's ego. That's just how I feel. I'm saying that shit because it's real. I make some good ass music, like real shit.
That's how you're supposed to feel, and if they don't feel like that, then that's a problem.
It is what it is. Yeah.
No, I'm saying like about themselves, like as well as you know. But that.
Yeah, you should.
You're a rapper,
you out here, you're supposed to think you that shit. Yeah, like yeah.
Exactly. So let's get into. Well, actually, you dropped another project this year.
Yeah.
I Miss You Too. So kind of that. I feel like that got back to like KO a little bit.
Yeah.
Definitely more than in the meantime.
It wasn't trying to play in other people's pocket. That was like my sound.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like classic my sound, which is the shit that the audience that I have. That's the shit that they love me for. Like the shit that be blowing my mind. Like when people say they want to hear the R&B shit over the rap shit. Like it's just evolving into its own thing. Like people falling in love with different shit about the shit that I do. So it's like, I just try to creatively find new ways to make it fly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to keep giving them the same shit over and over again. Like, I want to creatively come and be like, no, that was dope. She did some fly shit. So I just want to find new ways to do that. It's like, as I experiment out, and I always want to work with other artists and different producers and just see what I can bring to their sound, because I feel like music is a collaborative effort. Like, it's supposed to be shared. You're supposed to see what you can do with other people. You know what I'm saying? Different musicians, different rappers, different singers, songwriters, whatever. Like, I'm with all of that.
Definitely. So that brings us to, you know, why we're here today. Essentially, you got another project coming out again.
Yeah.
At the beginning of October, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
My new album, Sincerely.
Is it the 5th?
Yeah, October 5th.
Okay. So Sincerely, let's get into that. What do we need to be looking out for? What's the vibe on that? What do you got coming? Like?
Okay, so originally the album was called Fuck Y'all Sincerely.
Okay.
Like I said, I've been trying to be more business minded. I've been like branching out, trying to work with different people. And the people that I was trying to work with was just like, you know, we don't want to back the title because there's profanity in it. So I had to kind of like regroup and try to like, I still want what they said specifically was like, what I was doing was planning for the audience that I had and not potentially the new people that could be finding out about me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a motherfucker who just finding out about KO, they don't give a fuck who I'm telling fuck them. They don't give a damn. Is the music good or not? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, Sincerely was just keeping at the roots the people who have been following and know what the fuck is going on. They know what the message is behind it. You know what I'm saying? So with that, it was just some me and my bag, but like a full length project, not a little EP, not a little 2-minute song, just so you can get a taste of what I can do. Like it's a real album. You know what I'm saying? So this is going to be like creatively it's going to feel like a movie, but I feel like all the shit is like that. Like I really love like cinema and cinematic shit. I want everything to feel like a movie. Like,
you definitely get that from your videos. Like they're not.
Yeah, like.
How involved are you in that as far as like writing out the?
I write my treatments for all my
stuff,
videos. Yeah, like all of my videos, I write the treatments. Some of them I even direct. Like I know what I want. Like whenever you have an image, once you see the location you want to shoot, and you like, all right, if I want you to pan it like this, like different shit. It's like I got to give love and respect to my original videographer, Aaron. Like I learned that with him. His style of shooting was cinematic. He hated running gun. You know what I'm saying? Like. He was a nigga who would tell me, you know, I watch TV with the sound off. You know what I'm saying? I care about the angles and the way that they shooting this shit. Like, it's just a different artistic type shit you could tap into. Like, one of my favorite movies of all time is Belly. Like, it's all about the way that shit is shot. Like, the lighting, the way that they pan in, how they doing the slow motion shit. Like, I can look at the way that somebody shoot and tell what type of shooting is going to work for them. Like, if I'm going to shoot this song, this video is going to work for this videographer. This video, like... Scholar Kid, her shit is like fun, energetic. Like the way that she edits and films, it's like, it damn near feel like a show because she turning up with that motherfucking camera. You feel me? Like if she know the song, she out there bopping. So it's like, it's fun, it's energetic, it's upbeat, it's colorful. If I want to go like dark cinematic, like some mafioso shit, I'm calling Danny J. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that he shoots looks dark. Whenever you see it, the way that he color grades it, it's like, it's different. And like his style, whenever he works with me, he can experiment with shit. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people want to show up and shoot the same shit. They want to be in front of the store. They want to be at the trap. You know what I'm saying? They want to be with the gun, whatever. But it's like when you come to me, I have a treatment. I know what I want. It's a storyline. So it's like just seeing them take that shit and make it their own. It's just dope to watch how they develop with the shit that they do with me. Just growing with them from the first videos to now. So yeah.
Definitely. So it's gonna be more of a. At least are the songs that you dropped this week, are those off that project?
Yeah,
so
they on the album.
It's a little more rap heavy, right?
But the second chance shit, that was a single just to like kind of heat people up. Like that doesn't, it's not in the storyline. That's its own thing. But the album Like That is the first single. The next single is Chilling With No Makeup On. It's gonna be like an R&B slow down type vibe. And then we gonna come back and turn it back up. I got a strip club joint. Like we shot the video. I had like a stripper come through. Like it is fire, but it's not like your average rap niggas with strippers videos. It's not that. It's real creative and artistic. Like it's just. Shout outs to Blake Brown too. He's the one who shot it. We had a whole treatment. Like we sat down, figured out what I wanted, like angles, like different set type shit, like all of that. It's a different type of time. Like I can't wait to drop that shit. But it's jumping around in a lot of different things, but it's still like that KO pocket. It's like it's true to me, but it's its own thing. Like I was saying about the shit with Reese, I feel like I try to find new ways to create my own new sound, but I don't make it like one thing. It evolves with every song. You know what I'm saying? Like no one song sound like the next. Definitely. That'd be my goal.
So what is I mean, you may not want to give this away. I'm curious what you keep talking about a story through the album. So like what is the point you're trying to get across with the album?
Okay, so when you hear the album, the way that it's structured, it might sound like weird to a motherfucker who ain't into creative shit, because they're like, what the fuck? Like, so whenever I drop the track list, it's gonna look like it's only like these 15, 16 songs. But when you get the album, those are the hits. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole left side of the album is the hits. That's what I want to give to the people. That's the public face to the world. Like in rap, you have to wear your mask. When I come home and turn that shit off, like I'm just Jamie. I'm just a regular motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the right side of the album is that. It's like, how does Jamie feel? It's not what I'm presenting to the people, or everything is not a turn up in a vibe. Like it's all that emo shit. And then between it is like these voicemails from like significant people in my life. It's like playing all through the middle to introduce into different songs. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know, it really shows you like taking the mask off. You know what I'm saying? Like the hits are giving you what works for the streets. This is what the people want to hear. You got to make that shit that's going to work for radio and all that. But it's like underneath all that shit, how do you really feel? And that's what the right side is. Okay,
so it's like an A and a B side?
It's like an A and a B side. This motherfucker simplified it. This is why I don't pay shit to be an artsy motherfucker, because you be thinking you doing some deep shit and it ain't. But
I just...
It's an A and a B side, but it's like the way that the songs are all combined. It's like... You might like the first half, the second half, but it's not one song. It's like it's gonna transition in between and just be its own thing. So it's like, A side and B side essentially. Yeah.
That's dope. Definitely. So kind of, what else is it? You got any more videos dropping from that before?
It was supposed to be we like 3 weeks out. The last one, the one that's gonna be my main single, and it's not the last one, but the one that's gonna be my main single is gonna drop the week of the album. That's the plan right now. They working on the editing and all that shit. So, Lord willing, that shit gonna be ready. But that's supposed to drop the week of the album. But I shot a trailer for it. Like for every album that I drop like a movie trailer just to let you know that some shit is coming. This whole shit was themed around like horror movies and like thriller films. It's like it came from American Psycho and Carrie, like all of it. So it's like you gonna see the elements of that played out. Like the cover was this shit that I remade from this scene in American Psycho, like where after he had killed this nigga with this hacksaw in his living room, like he was just sitting on the couch smoking. So like whenever you see me with the blood on my face, it's like it was a shot that was recreated from that. So it's a story, and the whole shit is supposed to fit. It's October, it's Halloween, it's all of that shit that plays into it. So yeah.
You're a creative person.
Hey, that's what I be trying to do. It's like you want to sell the stories, like you just throwing some shit out, giving them boring shit, like you not evolving with your shit. It's like they want to know, like the shit I love about me is that you never know how I'm coming, because I never know how I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that'd be the whole point.
And I feel like that, a lot of people don't put the thought process into what they're doing like you do all the time. It seems like everything is very calculated with what you're doing. And so I don't know. Can you hear that? Okay, but no, it definitely seems like everything is very calculated that you're doing. I feel like that comes across, you know what I mean, in the way that you present yourself and the way the music comes across. So it's definitely working, the stuff that you're doing. Like,
you gotta have a plan for that shit.
I feel like I'm gassing you up too much. They might get on me in the comments, but it's genuine for real.
I think like you ain't nobody I see it like where we could just chop it up. Like if I did some fly shit, you gonna run into me on Wednesday and be like, I fuck with that you did. It's like I'm gonna see you every once in a while. So it ain't no shit like that. I don't never feel that way. It's like, plus you the type of person that I felt like if that wasn't how you feel, you wouldn't even waste your time saying that.
I wouldn't, absolutely.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Absolutely. For sure. So is it anything else? You know, we need any dates? I know you said October 5th, right?
Yeah,
is the
man. Just
project.
that's the main shit. Just to watch out for. Like everything else, I'ma always be outside, like working and doing me. But just follow the music. Like everything else, I'ma do just because it come with the shit. But follow the music. That's all I care about.
For sure, definitely. Well, I appreciate you sitting back down with us. I'm excited to see you. You got me real intrigued as far as like.
Yeah, man. I want to know. Like you act like my shit, man. My shit good. Reed. Like don't do that. My
No,
shit
who
good.
said that?
No, I'm just fucking.
No,
with you.
I felt like I was.
It's like I said, if you didn't fuck with me, I know you would say it.
No,
but it's
absolutely.
like, I just, I want the people who, I don't necessarily know who my audience is sometimes. It's like, I know that your taste of music for what you like organically, I might not make that because I'm making some shit that I grew up on. And you'll be like, I ain't never even heard that shit before. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't no shit to hit for you. But it's like people who like, no, that sound kind of different. I fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, people like you, I always like to make people who be like, well, I don't know. I'm trying to see how I feel about that. Like, I want to win them over. Like, them the people I want to get. The people who don't even know that they like it yet. Like, sell them on the shit. You feel me? Like, the rest of that shit gonna come organic. So it's like, them be my sales point. Like, the people who really do listen to different types of shit that don't sound like the shit that I do. Shit like that.
Facts, definitely. No, and I mean, I have a very diverse music taste. So
Yeah.
It's definitely, I like vibes. So
Yeah.
I definitely can get that from you.
Yeah.
For sure.
You a player motherfucker too, I can tell. You got your little beard going and shit. So it's like you gotta play some shit for your bitches too. It's like you gotta have some R&B shit in the mix.
Right.
Like they don't want to hear that trap shit all day. Like
Right.
so it's like you gotta have a variety of shit. Like so yeah,
For sure.
hell yeah.
Like I said, I appreciate you, sitting down with us. Excited to see how everything, everything you got coming in the next few months. Because I would say month, but I know you're gonna be
on the gas.
pushing this
Hell
project
yeah.
the next, few months, and I'm sure you got another one coming by the end of the year. The way you're working, but no, I'm not gonna put that pressure on you. But for sure, appreciate you. Good luck with everything you got going.
Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all for having me. For real.
Absolutely. We'll have to do it again sometime soon.
For sure.